What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope everybody's doing well out there on this Sunday evening. Doing pretty good myself. Um, I just want to briefly talk about some distractions. You understand? I'm saying that is plaguing us, as a people, as we go, through our daily lives, and it's basically blinding us from what's actually occurring around us, throughout this entire world and what have you. Um, Number one distraction as of now here, in the black sector of YouTube or what have you, is, coming from this woman right here, Lonnie Love. You understand? Now, I heard, some disparaging things that this remarks that this woman has made about black men, talking about we don't know how to commit to relationships, and that we are cheaters or what have you, and she said all black men. So when she said that, well, she threw me in the mix. I've never cheated on my wife in a day in my life. I'm just as loyal to my wife as she is to a fucking plate of collard greens and cornbread. You understand what I mean? Or what have you. Now, but beside that, or hell, from the way her waistline is, just let's just say whatever kind of food that she loves to indulge in. Okay. Now, let me tell you something, Lonnie Love. This is the deal right here. Okay. Now, it is said that you are worth $2 million and you make like $50,000 a year. You know what I mean? That's your net worth was $2 million. But the thing is this: that you got to your right, and on your right side, that you think you struck gold with. You understand? That's the best you can buy. That shit right there. That's the best that you can buy. That you can turn around and show your big black ass and to black men and say, other words, kiss it. I got this right here. I figure with you making what, $50,000 a year, you know what I'm saying, and worth $2 million, that you could have bought yourself something that looks like a Ken doll. You know what I mean? And the fact that this man is said to be an out of work actor, well, it's plain to see that you supporting him. So I don't understand what the problem is, why you couldn't got a black man and did the same thing if that's what you're into. Because while you making disparaging, remarks about black men being cheaters, let me tell you something. When your people, which obviously you care nothing about, was brung here on ships, and also the ones that were already here was being enslaved. You understand? His grandfather, his great 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 grandfathers or what have you, you understand, was married. They was married. They had white wives and every damn thing. But guess what they were doing? You know, whenever she would go and his wife would go to bed and go to sleep or whatever, he'd creep out to the shed and get himself a little big, black piece of what. You understand? With your great 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 grandmothers, okay? Why you talking so highly, was speaking up so high like you done struck gold with Barney here. And that's Barney Rubble. You see what I mean? Number one. Why turning around, putting down black men? That's what he was doing. His great 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 grandfathers cheating on his wife. You understand what I mean? With your great 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 grandmothers. See? But you're not talking about that. See? Let's face it. Only a lot of people cheat, male and female alike, regardless of what color. All right? You had no right saying that. And while you talking, he probably cheating on you. And I can assure you, I bet you money. And I hope we hear about it, when it happens. Once he gets up on his feet and get tired of licking your black ass, you understand? Why you standing up here thinking that you can talk down to black men and shit. and he goes somewhere else and gets better, probably one of his own kind, then your ass will see. Then you will see. This is just a situation I want to address ever since I've been hearing about Lonnie Love here, you know. But let's go to the next distraction. Wow, the beautiful, beautiful baby girl Lizzo. And I'm telling you, this is a very, very beautiful woman. She's very pretty. I mean, I'm serious. Lizzo is very pretty. You know what I mean? But the problem is, she has very low self-esteem, and she has talent that's just wasted. You see what I mean? And she's a tool of the powers that be. You understand? To influence other women, just other black women just like her, to go out and, what can I say, embarrass themselves. Be ain't shit. Be a mammy. Do anything you got to be, you got to do to be accepted by that of the white society. Because I'm not going to say that word dominant, because ain't nothing dominant about them. The only thing that seems to be dominant about them is the system that they have. Okay? And that shit is coming down right before our eyes. It's coming down. Okay? She needs to exercise. Lizzo, you need to exercise. Okay? Now, I know what a lot of y'all is thinking when I say, okay, she needs to exercise. We see that. Okay, you know what I mean? No, I'm not talking about just physically. She needs to exercise spiritually. Spiritually. This woman has a very, very, very foul spirit. And she needs exercise spiritually. Somewhat like an exorcist. Okay? You need to get that out of you, with this foul spirit out of you. You know what I mean? It's like, how can I say it? Let's say if you bought a can of vegetable soup, and on the label, man, I mean, like, the soup looks so good, and you just what you've been wanting for the longest, right? But then you open the can of soup up, and then when it opens up, it stinks. Okay? This is what I'm saying about Lizzo. She's beautiful. But when she talks, and those nasty ass videos that she make, the garbage that comes out of her stinks. You see? The thing is with you, Lizzo, Boyce Watkins told you right. He told you right. Boyce was the voice of reasoning with you, Lizzo. I gotta admit that. The things that he said, stop playing yourself. Go get exercise so you can find yourself spiritually. Then you can look back and see the shit that you are doing that's destructive and immoral, not only to yourself, but to the ones that you are influencing. All right? You need to do that. Other than that, you just going to stay in the same old well that you in now, and you're looking around thinking, everything's okay. But I heard that you were quitting Twitter. You know what I mean? Or what have you. Could it be because Boyce put some on your mind? If he has shamed you, that is a blessing. That is a blessing, because now you can start doing some soul searching. You really need to do that. Other than that, you're just going to go through life. You just be a waste. And once they use you up, they're going to toss you aside and find the next one. And you're going to be somewhere looking, or whatever. That's even if you're still alive. Okay? That means if you ain't got out there and got on some drugs and just OD'd or something. If you're still alive, you just not everybody, not what you everybody thought you was, or what you think you are. The next distraction, I was going to show a picture, but I'm not. But we're talking about Blue Ivy. Okay? Jay-Z and Beyonce's baby girl. Very, 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 very beautiful little girl. Looks just like what a child's supposed to look like at her age. But you get some, I think, rough wrangler. When I say rough wrangler type motherfucker, I'm talking about a guy that likes men. Faggot. You see what I'm saying? He likes men. He likes to fool around with men. This is my personal opinion. I don't do like that or not. It's just something I believe about him, okay? That and some, oh man, this is a wore out mop head looking, scraggly ass looking white bitch. You understand? I'm telling you, she looks foul. That happens to talk about that baby's so-called Africanoid features. You know? Who are they to talk about a child like that? And why isn't, some organizations coming against them for saying what they're saying about that baby? I can tell you why. Because she's of what is called black ethnicity. You see what I mean? That's basically the reason why nobody, like that spoke up for Beyonce's, and Jay-Z's baby. That's the reason why. But it's just like I said, the ones that I see do, oh man, y'all got a fucking nerve. You see? You got a nerve. You fucking lowlifes, I'll be glad when the Most High do away with all of the lowlifes that tends to come against righteous people. You see? And talk shit. I'll be glad when he make his powers known among you. You see? That's all I got to say about Lonnie Love, Lizzo, and the lowlifes that's speaking against Blue Ivy. All right? Now, let's look at what's going on in the world while we're being distracted. This right here is a sinkhole that's opening up in Russia on a Russian road, and the drivers are just acting unfazed about it. You know what I'm saying? A sinkhole. Check this out.
Там вода снизу, там уже все первая полоса все провалилась.
Смотрите куда.
Блин, прям вода горячая. Прям в срочном порядке надо.
Она колыхает.
Она еще сейчас дальше будет
Дальше
обваливаться. Смотрите, люди добрые, надо поставить что-то.
ЕС, ГЕЗ. Сейчас и вторая, может, полоса прямо провалится.
Слушай.
A massive volcano eruption in the Philippines. Very, very frightening looking. See, this is what's happening while we looking at all the stuff that really don't matter, okay? And last but not least, Puerto Rico with its earthquake. Check this out.
Puerto Rico can't seem to catch a break. Another earthquake shook the island Saturday morning. This one was a magnitude 5.9. There were no immediate reports of damage or injuries. Puerto Rico has been rattled by a series of quakes following a deadly one on Tuesday. That quake destroyed hundreds of homes and buildings and knocked out power to the entire island. Officials tweeted that power had been restored to 95% of the island just hours before this quake struck. But now, hundreds of thousands of people in Puerto Rico are once again without power and water. And there have been so many aftershocks, including a 5.2 Friday, that many people are opting to sleep outside on sidewalks.
And of course, we know about the Australian fires here. Okay. Now let's talk about some things that's actually taking place. Okay. Let's basically put this in references to the Most High's word. Okay. Okay, Matthew chapter 24, verse 7, it states, "For nations shall rise against nations, kingdoms against kingdoms, and there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." Okay? Now, diverse means diverse. That means it can be earthquakes anywhere, but there's going to be an increase in such. And also in Matthew chapter 24, verses 6 through 14, it says, "You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed." This is the shit that Trump is starting with Iran. Okay, basically. Okay. "Such things must happen, but the end is still to come." Verse 7, "Nation will rise against nation," as it said, "and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famine and earthquakes in various places." Verse 8, "All these things are the beginning of birth pains." Okay? And what it means by birth pains, that just means that the earth is in labor to actually, birth the new world that's coming. All right? But it also goes on to say, verse 9, "Then you will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of me." These are the ones that is talking about. Basically, is the Hebraic children that's on the earth at this time who believe in the Messiah. All right, that's what that is. And have you noticed that when you let people know that you believe in the Messiah, they tend to hate you. They tend to persecute you. They get real mad, get angry. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way a devil acts. Okay, that's just what it is. See? But it goes on to say in verse 10 here, "At that time, many will turn away from the faith and will betray and hate each other." Verse 11, "And many false prophets will arise," will appear, "and deceive many people." Verse 12, "Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold." But in verse 13, "The one who stands firm to the end will be saved." Verse 14, "And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come." Now, this is what we're striving for the ones that want to, be saved. See, this is what we're striving to do. We want to stand firm, not be distracted and not swayed, because as we see what's happening, taking place, and it's just basically all the prophecies are being fulfilled of the book. You see what I'm saying? So we ain't got time for Lizzo fat ass. We ain't got time for Lonnie Love fat ass. We ain't got time for them lowlifes talking shit about children, little black children, talking about how the Africanoid features in also, the way their hair look, you know what I mean, all that kind of stuff. Our eyesight's on that of higher things. We're spiritual, and this is what being spiritual is all about. Okay? Because we gotta wait. We still got some time to go, before things, come down to before we get to where we're going. Okay? We want to make sure we get to where we're going. We want to be the blessed ones. Okay? See? Because these right here, they here to do the work of the Most High. And they gonna cut down every tree that's not producing the right fruit. All right? That's just what it is. This is what they sent to do. Okay? So that's all I got to say about this right here. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this video right here. I'm interested in hearing y'all thoughts and views and opinions on it. Okay? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And please remember to live your life as though we are being watched simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.